recent fatality in Colbay Hill. And one of the comments that we see regularly is that many of these scooter operators are operating vehicles without license plates, without insurance, without helmets, without the appropriate driver's license. So in a sense, isn't the justice system, don't they have a sort of shared responsibility in terms of what's happening in terms of accidents and fatalities? And so what's your plan of approach to making the roads safer for everybody, including operators and people that they may hit?
But obviously that it's something that has my attention as well. You know, we were having discussions in the cabinet during this week, you know, discussing the issues to do with, you know, scooters and how that's being perceived, not only accidents, but, you know, in terms of even, you know, them being maybe a bit of a nuisance to people as well in certain things. I don't want to stereotype everyone driving a scooter either. I think with all the traffic that we have, maybe some of us should utilize more scooters, but definitely I do have an obligation when it comes to road safety. I don't have a plan of approach as yet, but I do intend in the coming week or so. The chief of police is actually off island right now, so I haven't had the opportunity to meet with him, but to understand, you know, the staffing capacity and also the capacity to enforce on the side of our police force, and look into how we can tackle these issues, because I think it is something that affects, you know, everyone's day to day. So, and of course, we want to have a safe environment here on the roads. So I don't have an exact plan for you right now, but I can assure you that it has my attention, and it is something that I will be working on in the coming days and weeks. And I think we actually had a request to discuss it within the Council of Ministers next week as well, to see how interministerially we can also look at tackling, you know, whatever is going on with traffic, road safety, as kind of a holistic approach across ministries instead of us operating independently from one another.
What are the plans of ROMI for the former location of the post office in Phillipsburg?
So we're actually having thank you so much for the question. We're actually having a very holistic conversation that not necessarily only includes my ministry, but also the government as a whole, as to what that entire area will develop into. I believe 2 parliaments ago, probably the last parliament, passed a motion towards designating that entire area as a public building area. So the Parliament, the High Councils of States, the possibility of a museum, the archives, National Archives. These are all discussions that are still being had. So there's no concrete plan as yet. There's a motion. And there are discussions going on currently as to what that site will look like in the future. So again, it's not a decision of the Minister of ROMI per se. It's a collective decision of the needs assessment of the country. There are several discussions about alternative options and locations for different buildings, but we have to have that we have not concluded anything as yet.
Are you SXM insured? Do you have a valid medical insurance status? SXM is cardless. Request your My SXM account today and enter the virtual office of SXM. Go to sxv.sx and sign up now.
SXM, yeah. Your social and health insurances.
St. Martin, listen up. The Civil Registry Department has taken 7 services online. That's right, you can now request a family tree, local address change, migration deregistration, a registration form, request for existing certificates, transfer your driver's license, and a driver's license declaration, all online. Go to services.stmartingov.org/civil registry and easily complete a request form for the service that you need. You can also pay for the services online using a major credit card or debit card and receive certain final products digitally as well. No traffic jams, no waiting in lines. And if you're on island or off, you now have full digital access to 7 civil registry services at services.stmartingov.org/civil registry. That's services.stmartingov.org/civil registry. For more information, call 542-0652. Now go online and request your service form today.
Today we are here for the health ceremony for CPS with the AIDS Foundation. They do the test, we do the test for the blood sugar, cholesterol, for the weight. So everybody welcome. As we always say, take care of your body. Don't let the body take care of you, because you in charge. And don't let it be too late. And with the test, you know your numbers, so you know what to do. And it's always good to know where you can do or what you cannot do. And with here, we do the test, we can give you advice, but also when you can go to your doctor, the doctor most time give you the pills, and then you have to take it. You have to follow the rules. And then when you don't follow the rules, many times people, they stop taking the medicines and they take the bush. No problem, but tell your doctor that you take the bush. So he knows how to handle the problem. And then when the problem becomes big and then you go to the doctor, I'm very sick now. But you can prevent that, to follow the rules. Follow the instruction of the medical services. Follow what you have to do, what you cannot do. So it's always good, it's in your hands. So do the test, that's why we do tests every time, everywhere, it's free of charge. So come by us, do the test so you know your numbers. It's good to know, so you know what to do.
We are here at the PMIA Hall today till 2 p.m. doing free HIV testing. We have collaborated with CPS in honor of World AIDS Day, which will be held tomorrow. And the Diabetes Foundation has joined us, and also the SBBSL organization. So we are here. We've had a good flow of people so far today, and we're looking forward to serving you and being here until, as I said, 2 o'clock. Come get your free blood pressure check, glucose check, HIV check, and we have a wealth of pamphlets and knowledge for you.
Hi, my name is Stella Richardson, and I'm representing Sticking and Building Bridge and Saving Life. We go out to the community and share condoms and teach people about reproductive health, and also we are collaborating today with CPS, AIDS Foundation and Diabetes Foundation. So come out and get tested for HIV and also for diabetes.
Hi everyone, we're here from Collective Prevention Services, Health Promotion Team. Today in collaboration of World AIDS Day, we are here having our health screening. We are together collaborating with the HIV Foundation and also with the Diabetes Foundation and also with the SBSL Foundation.
An appointment Sometimes you have appointment for 3 months, 4 months in advance. Is there any way that, let's say, someone isn't going to be on the island when the appointment is? Can that person check on a regular basis, let's say 2 or 3 times a week, to see if space opens? Do you have that? I mean, is that in the system, that when an appointment doesn't go through, that there's an opening? How does that work? How can that work? Because some people are frustrated that they need something done within a month, and it's going to take them 4 months to get an appointment to get it done.
Okay, the appointments right now, the only appointment that we have a bit far away is the passport appointment. We have a season right now that we have a higher request for passport because of the 10 years that the passport in 2013, they extended the passport to 10 years, and now we are in the period whereby a lot of persons had the 10-year passport that has to renew. Right. So right now passport has our attention. We're looking into ways to assist and make more appointment available. Okay. However, appointment availability is also a issue because of persons making double, triple appointments. So we ask all citizens of St. Martin, if you have an appointment, don't go and book 2, 3, 4 appointments. And there's a confusion as well, especially for passport. Person thinks that if they want to get the Dutch nationality, that they have to make appointment for passport. No. If you're not Dutch, please don't make appointment for renewing passport. If you're not Dutch, you have to start your request by the cabinet of the governor. If you are Dutch and you have a passport and you're registered by us, then you can go to the cabinet of the governor, our online service, and make your appointment if you are Dutch. You register here, you're living here, online service, make your appointments. It's appointments@stmartingov.org, and then you make your appointments, and please show up to your appointments. Right now, the appointment system is not giving you the confirmation email. However, you can see when you make your appointments, you will get a code. There's a code underneath the page, and that's the code you need to log in. Yes.
Okay. Talk with Mrs. Snyders about this cleaning up of the registry. It's been going on for, like I said, a while, and you know it's been going on for a while. How far have you gotten then? You went to Curacao, you went to Aruba?
Yes. And now we are sending letters for the persons that were not born within the kingdom to bring the birth certificate. So, like I said, some people said, oh, I'm here for 40 years. I'm here for 30 years. Both government of St. Martin and the citizen will have benefit on a person's profile that is up to date. We have scenarios whereby persons needs a family tree. However, we cannot complete it if we don't have the correct information in the system. You might need a family tree from you going down or you going up in family, and how do we know who is your parents if we don't have that in the system? So we would like to have all the birth certificates, and like I said, we did our utmost for all the persons born in the former Netherlands Antilles, and we are requiring the ones from abroad now.
What about Mrs. Snyders, those that were not born within the Netherlands Antilles, but is still Dutch because of the parents, you know, and you're exacting or you're requesting a birth certificate? They would have to show their birth certificate of the place where they were born. Would you accept that? So it doesn't have to be a Dutch birth certificate when they weren't born. So how does that work? Miss Marlin.
So every country provides a birth certificate to their citizens once they're born there. So let's use the Dominican Republic, for example. You get a birth certificate from the Dominican Republic. It will come in the Spanish language that you have to translate by a certified translator in St. Martin. If you bring it from abroad, it will need an apostille stamp. But however, we prefer that most persons translate it here with the certified translators. And then those documents, when you bring it in, we will update your profile in the system. Once everything matches and there's no discrepancies, we will update your profile. So we went as far as reaching out to our counterparts on the French side, and they also help us with obtaining quite a few birth certificates. And on a daily basis, we also reach out to them to assist us with certain documentations. Also to mention, part of the cleanup project, we received quite a few death certificates from the French side, with the oldest person dying since 1997, and that person was still in the basic administration. So we reached out to the French side, and they provide us approximately, when we began with the project, around 13 death certificates of persons who were still alive in the system. And then the family members are also responsible to submit these documents for us, because around election time, you always hear, oh, I get a voting card for a deceased person. But we as a civil registry department, if you did not pass away here, we won't know that you died unless the death certificate is brought into the department. So we're begging the community to please bring in your death certificates. If you have family members that are registered and who passed away abroad, to please bring them in. This information is necessary to update the system.
In terms of your portfolio, the Ministry of VSA, one of the most important things that's in progress, I believe, is the SAHA, or the General Health Insurance. It has a huge impact on the financial stability of SZV and the ability to deliver quality care to the people in St. Martin. Have you had a chance to review the legislation, and are you in support of the current legislation as is?
Thank you very much for the question. Unfortunately, I have not had a chance to review the legislation, but we have had discussions with it with SZV, and also due to the continuation of government, it does have my attention. Currently, I believe the legislation is at SER. I'm waiting for the remarks on that, and afterwards, once we received it, I will look into it and also give Parliament a chance also to review the comments, considering that we are co-legislators, and then make up my position available to the public.
Your social and health insurance is SZV. Your social and health insurance is.
Are you SZV insured? Do you have a valid medical insurance status? SZV is cardless. Request your My SZV account today and enter the virtual office of SZV. Go to szv.sx and sign up now.
SZV, yeah. Your social and health insurance is.
It's time for a new brand that is as bold, vibrant, and colorful as the island of St. Martin, with colors drawn from our diversity, cultural heritage, and nature. Our breathtaking beaches, waters, and sun, the majestic brown pelican, our national symbol, the radiant yellow sage, our national flower, the historic border monument signifying the Dutch and French side, our exciting cruise, yachting, and boating ports, renowned Maho Beach and St. Martin Airport, the hub to the Caribbean. All these parts come together to create the shape of the island of St. Martin. more than a logo. It's a new brand that engages, excites, and will inspire travelers to book. It's time to tell the St. Martin story, to reintroduce travelers to St. Martin, to honor our past, to embrace our present, and shape our future. Our culture and diversity, Dutch and French sides, unrivaled cuisine, twice the nightlife, entertainment, and shopping, cruises, boating, and yachting, twice the adventure, exploration, and relaxation, splendid and scenic accommodations, Pinel, Tentamar, and island hopping in the Caribbean. Whatever your taste, St. Martin has more. Experience twice the Caribbean. St. Martin.
TVJ News understands that the Health and Finance Ministries are now locked in a meeting at the Labour Ministry with representatives of the Junior Medical Doctors Association, JMDA. It comes after doctors across the island this morning called in sick. This has led to a reduction or suspension of some surgeries slated for today. Dr. Delroy Frey is the clinical coordinator for the Western Regional Health Authority. He says the situation is dire.
Yesterday, we had 324 patients in hospital at the Cornwall Regional Hospital. What this means, currently we have a cadre of 33 consultants and staff. We have to now deploy the consultant and staff to man our accident and emergency department and to look after our patients on the wards. So this is going to curtail our clinic activity, our elective admissions, and also, elective surgery to be done. Now, it is very important for the public to know that we cannot maintain this beyond 24 to 48 hours because we are going to get tired.
It's why he's calling for good sense to prevail.
Whatever is necessary to resolve this issue, we'd love to see it end by this evening. I'm making a strong plea for this because it is going to be severe impact on our patients.
Dr. Frey says all hospitals within the region have been impacted by the sickout. On Sunday, JMDA President Dr. Renee Badru expressed disappointment that the government ignored the group's call for action. It had given the government a 48-hour notice to respond to an ultimatum for the completion of discussions on the wage reclassification. A policeman is among 6 suspects arrested last week in a multi-million-dollar smishing scam targeting an elderly National Commercial Bank customer. The Major Organized Crime and Anti-Corruption Agency, MOCA, today released the names of the accused. They are Marlando Rowe, 35, a police constable from Clarendon; Glenisia Smith, 34, a customer service representative from Kingston 8; Nemoy Rodney, 31, an electrician from St. Catherine; Shamar Kamak, 27, a security guard from Kingston 8; Kimor Peters, 26, a flow sales representative from Clarendon; and Zoan Foster, 27, a cashier from St. Elizabeth. They have been charged with breaches of the Proceeds of Crime Act and the Larceny Act. Now, Foster is facing an additional charge of facilitating the use of criminal property. According to MOCA's Director of Communications, Major Basil Jarrett, the suspects are believed to be part of a larger cyber-enabled crime group. The suspects are set to appear in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on December 11.